Hey Salesforce Trailblazers, welcome back to SFTC Quest, the place where we turn clicks and code into a customer's magic. Today we are going to deep dive into a brand new topic, which is how to build a prompt template. And as a part of this video, we are going to build a flex template and we are going to build account case summary prompt template. In just a few lines of natural language, this prompt template pulls up every case tied to the account, crunches the numbers, and spits out a executive ready briefing. No apex, no flow, no sweat. So, what is the use case? If you have ever spent your morning piercing through the case details for the customer success call, and this is one of you, we'll show you how to grab the related list with a single variable, feed into a flex template, deliver a crystal clear summary for your executors will love and directly from Sales Cloud. Stick around till the end because I'll share the pro tips for customizing the prompt. Ready to supercharge your support analytics? Smash the like button, subscribe if you're new here. Let's jump into the demo. I'm switching back to the Salesforce org. So I'm in the setup. So idea is to build a prompt builder. So I'll search for prompt builder in the setup, and this is the screen that you will see. So here is the button where it says new prompt template. In case if you are trying to build a new one, feel free to click on this one. In case if you want to review something, you can scroll down and look at the templates that are present. I'll just start off with the new one. So in the drop down, I'll go ahead and select a flex template. That is what I'm interested in. I'll give the name as account case summary, description, summarize the cases related to the account. Let's quickly resolve the typo in here. Now, here is the place where you need to provide the input that we want to give to the flex template or any prompt template for that matter. So I'm mostly interested in getting the account so that way I can ask the related cases that are associated with that account. So I'll go ahead and populate the name for my input variable as account. The API name is account itself, it gets auto-populated. There are three options for us in deciding the source type. So if it is an account in our case, which is a account object that where in which you want to get the data, so I'll select the first option. In case if you want to give a free text, which is like a text input that you want to get from the user, you can select the second option. In case if you are using the data cloud where you have data model object ready to be used, you can select the third option. So for now, I'm just selecting the account object. So here is the API name that is given for our input. So this is the place where you would tell the Salesforce that which object in Salesforce you would like to utilize. I would like to utilize the account object, so I'll say account in here. You can go ahead and add up to 5 sources. I'll click on next. So once you click on next, that is where you will be presented with the screen. A quick walkthrough of this screen is on the left, you have something called template settings that gets enabled once you click on this gear icon on the top. You would see the overview. You'll know the type of the template that you're using. And this is the name of our template that we have given, and this is the API name. So keep this in mind. It might be used for invoking a REST API call from outside. In case if you want to invoke a REST API call for this template, you can use this API name. Stay tuned for those videos coming up shortly. And this is the input variable that we have created, which is an account. And this is the model that we are using. And these are the response allow languages. So this is about the template settings that we have. If I minimize this one or close that one, that is where you have 3 sections. The first section talks about prompt, wherein which you will write your natural languages natural language instructions, and the second tab, which is the result prompt. So whatever that you have written here, it would be converted into the prompt, and finally the response has been generated here. You don't see anything here because as of now we have not written anything here. Let's go ahead and explore that piece. Since I'm working on prompt, I'll minimize the rest two sections, and I'll quickly grab the content that I want to write in my prompt. The instructions that would I like to write in my prompt template. So what I'm suggesting is you are a sales support assistant. Your task is to generate a concise summary of all the cases associated with a given account. Include the total number of cases, current status, distribution, open, closed, escalated, highlight the recent activities, and mention any common issues or patterns that are across the cases. So as of now, I do not want to get the total number of inputs, this distribution. So all I wanted to know is highlight the recent activities and mention any common issues or a pattern across the cases. Prioritize the importance or escalated cases in the summary. So anything that is escalated or been marked as important, that is what we wanted in the summary. So that way the account executive, when they're talking to the customer, can give them a summary in terms of what is happening on those cases. So what I would like to have in my output is list of cases related to the given account should be given as an input here. And what I need is include case number, subject, status, and priority, created date, and any custom fields related to the categorizing or tagging the keys. So these are all the inputs of instructions that we are giving to the prompt template. And this is the output that I want. Format the summary as follows: most recent cases, common issues / patterns that were observed, and the suggested next actions. Now you might be wondering, this is just a plain text. How would Salesforce understand? How would the prompt template understand what is the account that I need to look at and how I'm about to supposed to get the cases? That is where we need to go to the input resource to provide those details. So this is the account that we are going to give to the prompt template. So I'll say, take this account name. So this is the account. This is the account. All right. And the cases that are related to this account. This is my input. So where do I get that? I'll go to the resources, go to the account as an input. If you see, there are a couple of options that are available in here other than the one that we are discussing. In case if you want to invoke a flow, you can do that. In case if you want to get some details from Apex, you can still do that. You can get the basic details like organization details, user details. As of now, I'm more interested in getting the cases associated to this account. I'll search for cases, and that is how you'll get this section which says related list account cases. So we are looking at cases that are tagged to this account. And what is the format that I want? These are the details that I would need in my output. So that is all we need to do. Now what I will do is I'll click on save and preview. Now our template is being saved. As soon as that is done, it is asking me to give a account so that way I can preview this one. So I'll say Omega is a record in my org. So I'll quickly show you. This is the record that I'm interested in. And if you see here, this is the account record. And if I go to the related section, these are the cases that are available. Now let's go back to the template and see the output in here. So I've provided the account in here and I'll click on preview. Now you'll understand the difference between what is a result prompt and what is a generated response. So result prompt is nothing but a replacement of whatever the input that we have given. If you see here, we are provided an input as input account name. This is replaced with the name of that account, and list of related cases is the JSON that we have where we have listed down all the cases related to that account. So everything is done by the prompt template. We have not provided any code or as such that we have written to populate this information. Now we have understood what is this resolve prompt. Now what we have asked is we wanted a summary in terms of these three parameters. What is the most recent case summary, common issue slash pattern observed, suggested next actions. Let's see what is that we see on the generated response. So this is a generated response looking at the information that has been populated in the resolve prompt. So let's look at it. Most recent case summary is this one. So this is the latest case. What is the common issue that has been seen? A recurring issue noted across multiple cases is related to the product charging failures, particularly with adapters and batteries. Additionally, there is a frequent inquiries regarding billing and servicing hours. So if I look at this case that are being raised, so I can see two issues related to the charging in here, one more on the charging. So there are four cases regarding the charging. So hence the prompt template is smart enough to summarize the common recurring issue, and also there is few regarding the billing query, billing, and the service hours. So hence that is the summary that we have seen, which is like a common issue or a pattern that has been observed. What is the suggested next actions? So the AE can suggest this to the Omega Inc. incorporation, so that way they can look at this one. It is recommended to analyze the product charging issues further to identify and underlying the causes, additionally considering enhancing communication regarding billing process to address the customer inquiries more efficiently. This information they can do it in two ways. The account executive can talk to Omega to understand what is their query on the billing and then assist them, or he can communicate the same information to the company who is providing this chargers, so that way they can look into the actual issue and then resolve it accordingly. So this is the response that we have got. So this is the prompt template that we have entered. Resolve prompt is a conversion of this template with the actual data. This has been grounded with that data, and the generated response is a summary of what we have asked the prompt template to do. So once done, you can click on activate, so that way your prompt template is active. In case if you want to go ahead and check few parameters in terms of what is the input that you want to change, test it with a different account, you can do that too. In case if you want to save it as a new template, you can go ahead and do it as save as a new version. One last thing, when you're dealing with the related list, make sure that the related list is added onto the page layout for that account. In case if that is not the case, you might not get the actual results that are looking for. So this is something that you have to keep in mind. So that brings us to the end of this video, where we have created a flex template and seen how exactly we can ground the data, how exactly we can ground the template with the data, and finally we have seen the response. Stay tuned for the coming up video, where we'll be calling this prompt template from a REST API call and see the response that we are getting here in the callout response.